So for us, I think we prepared pretty well. For some reason, we had a feeling that something was going to happen just by watching the news. So our staff was already trained in using remote learning or having access to it. I think the biggest challenge for us as a community is just not being able to see each other face to face. I think it's been the biggest challenge. Our community has persevered through this pandemic, but I'll say all students, remote learning is not for everybody, and we all know that. So I think that's a challenge, but I feel like our students they have the grit and the power, and they have pushed through. So far it's been okay because of the support of our teachers, our support staff, our deans. So we're kind of like stalking our families and students to make sure that they stay on task academically, but also social emotionally, because I think that's the bigger piece. You can get them to get online and do a little work, but just, being home all day, knowing that there's other challenges that they may face. I think that's the biggest part for us, is just ensuring that social emotional aspect is still addressed in a way that's beneficial to them. Still not the face to face, but still being able to have access to have one-on-one support through the counselors and support staff. Some of the things we're doing different is we ensure that every one of our students had a Chromebook and access to technology. That was first and foremost. And we are doing a lot of Zoom videos and I think it's Google Meets. So the majority of our instruction, although it is remote, it is face to face, and which we think is important so we can have a look at what's going on. We also have adjusted our schedule, so it's not a 8 to 3:30. We're working around the students and the staff schedule, and we're also being mindful that each student has several classes, so we had to be careful about the amount of work that we're giving them. Also, everybody can't give a student 3 hours of work a day, because then you multiply that by 15 is not enough time. So I think adjusting our schedules to meet the needs of the student is very important. We have done that. The one good thing about UPrep is that we have a dean at every grade level. So our deans, what they've been doing this whole time is every week they call in all their students at minimum once a week, but oftentimes it's a lot more. And they're meeting with the teachers once a week. So the teachers giving feedback, good, bad, or indifferent. The deans are reaching out to the families and students on a regular basis to help keep them, whether they need some pride or they need some motivation, or just keeping them uplifted during this time. And I think that's been a great thing for us. To ensure we're continuing to build community, the one great thing that happened this year is UPrep finally established a PTO. So we have one that's up and running, and our parents are very active. So we have weekly Zoom meetings with our parents also. So anytime I have communication, not only do I send it to our school faculty, but I also send it to our school PTO president, who also disseminates that information out to the parent group. So we've gotten a lot of our parents' emails, because it depends on whatever way they want to be contacted, whether it's email, whether it's a text or a phone call. We've been actively trying to keep our parents in the loop on everything that's happening with New York State as it relates to the education of their students. So anytime we get information, we quickly turn around and share it on our websites and through our phone network with our PTO. And social emotional is really, my background was in counseling, so it's really huge to me. So I have connections with the city of Rochester. So anytime I receive communications from them regarding, for example, they're doing some things with their libraries where they have Zoom meetings where they're reading books, or they're doing exercise videos, or information regarding where people that may need food or supplies can go, or even COVID testing. So anytime we get information from the city or our community, again, we quickly share that to the faculty and also to our parents, so they are always up to date on anything that's going on in Rochester. They're trying everything they can to make sure it feels like it's a regular classroom, and they're trying to be creative. A lot of our teachers are really good with technology, where they're trying to utilize it to make sure that the kids are participating and not just bored, just sitting there looking at a screen, but also actively participating. So what I found, even with a lot of our core classes, a lot of the assignments for PE, it might be outside doing some exercises, or art, it might be, okay, grab these supplies, what can you make at home? Science might, let's create something. So I believe they're trying to make it more interactive and fun for them while they're doing it. Our teachers also, it's a weekly Zoom meeting. They call it a party once a week with our staff. And it starts off with everybody, just checking in, just checking up on everybody. Then it breaks out into sessions per grade level. And that's the opportunity where they can speak to their principal, the deans, and they can talk about the good, any concerns that need to be addressed, not even just with students, or say somebody might have been having a problem with their technology. We have an IT director that can, log on and support. One great thing I can tell you that they did a few days ago, we got our senior signs with their pictures. It was great. So of course we split up. We have 3 UPrep bands that are decorated. So the staff split up. We got 57 graduates. So they split up and went to the different neighborhoods, partying, blowing the horn and presenting them with their signs. And just amazed that, how many teachers, the moment you put something out there, the amount that just show up to support the students. Some kids were excited. You will see some broke down in tears because they realized, wow, I made it. Someone was just happy to see staff. It was just a lot of emotions all over the place. And I think it was a great day. And finally, to lay your eyes on some of them, you see them on Zoom, but to actually see some of them, to see like, okay, they're looking okay, they're doing okay, but it's still not the same. But it was great to see their faces and see how happy they were.